It is now past the point where that is feasible. Despite Harry's regret about relocating to California, he finds himself without the option of returning home. Hello, and with all the regal splendor befitting the royal family, we extend our gracious welcome to the Princess Diana News Channel. It's with immense pleasure that we invite you to once again embark on a journey into the enchanting realm of royalty. Let's move on to the video. Following their resignation from their royal duties in 2020, Harry and Meghan have been actively assertive in pursuing their interests. Smartly, they initiated with the Oprah interview, where they labeled his family as having racist tendencies. Following that, we acquired Archetypes, a podcast series hosted by Meghan. We have acquired the documentary series on Netflix for Harry and Meghan. And undoubtedly, Spare relentlessly pursued his physical being, a detail impossible to overlook. Harry is beginning to understand that his actions have negatively impacted his personal image, specifically among his brother and sister-in-law, and experts agree on this assessment. Despite Harry and Meghan's devoted efforts to dismantle the monarchy, they ultimately faced a significant defeat. They solely managed to damage their own reputation, while the royal family is thriving like never before. Harry and Meghan have displayed significant animosity towards William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales. Harry has always harbored feelings of envy towards his elder brother, but when Meghan came into the picture, the situation escalated as she realized she couldn't match up to Catherine. They desire to be given the same level of importance as William and Catherine, but that outcome is highly unlikely. It is clear that Meghan and Harry lack the ability to rise to the level of William and Catherine, therefore their only choice is to attempt to diminish their status. Despite numerous attempts to elicit a response from William and Catherine, they remain unfazed and demonstrate their wisdom by refusing to engage. They have consistently maintained their dignity. The accusations of racism prompted a response from William, who emphasized that our family is strongly against any form of racism. However, aside from that, experts believe it was the correct choice not to dignify Harry and Meghan's criticisms with a reply. According to PR commentator Eddie Coram James, the Wales strategy of remaining calm and composed, refusing to react or engage, resulted in a backfire of efforts. Surprisingly, this approach made the Wales appear even more admirable in the eyes of the public, who widely sympathized with them and perceived their behavior as mature and dignified. They not only weathered the storm, but soared beyond it. Contrary to having a turbulent year, the Wales have maintained a low profile and dedicated themselves to their work. The public is wholeheartedly supportive of granting them some time off to prioritize their roles as responsible parents. This notable contrast between the Waleses and the Sussexes is evident. The Waleses' commendable deeds speak for themselves and require no discussion. Instead, their excellent performance is evident without the need for explanation. In contrast, Meghan and Harry display a tendency towards laziness. They have a strong aversion to work. They fail to engage in any significant activities. That is why they constantly find the need to proudly promote themselves. Their only source of recognition is through their public image, as they have no substantial involvement in the background. Upon their departure from the UK and arrival in California in 2020, Harry and Meghan expressed their intention to embark on a multitude of impactful endeavors. Service is considered to be applicable to everyone without exception. They professed their intentions to become humanitarians and philanthropists. They had the intention of providing assistance to numerous individuals. Since their departure, all they have been doing is shamelessly defaming Harry's family for financial gain. They have managed to turn their constant complaining and lamenting about their time in the royal family into a successful profession. Meghan and Harry had faith in their ability to succeed independently. Now that the royal family was no longer necessary, experts are suggesting that perhaps the decision to sever ties with them was made hastily. In an exclusive interview with The Mirror, PR specialist Andy Barr suggested that sharing personal family issues through a highly popular book and groundbreaking documentary was not a wise move, especially considering the negative impact it could have on the royal family and their advisory team. He continues to suggest that the true power struggle occurred between the communication and branding teams employed by both parties. Had the royal family and Harry been stricter in enforcing their decree against exchanging negative messages about each other through the media, a significant portion of the dialogue could have taken place in private, fostering a greater sense of respect and propriety. I believe he's raising a highly valid argument in this context. The approach taken by Harry and Meghan has greatly tarnished their reputation. I believe that Harry and Meghan would have been completely justified in feeling unhappy with their roles. It would have been perfectly understandable if they had wanted to venture out independently. The manner in which they approached the situation was incredibly unpleasant and lacking in respect. That is the issue that individuals struggle with. Harry and Meghan assert that there are numerous undisclosed matters which we are unaware of. The family is responsible for a range of actions that require their sincere apologies. However, what remains undeniable is that Harry and Meghan are continuously criticizing the royals while the royals opt not to retaliate. William and Catherine are portrayed more favorably compared to Meghan and Harry due to their steadfast dedication to their respective endeavors. They demonstrate their concern for matters of significance. They are indifferent towards the ongoing dispute within this family. In GB News, Eddie Coram James shares the same opinion. According to the Daily Express, the Princess of Wales has managed to avoid any major controversies over the years. He further commented that she has maintained a low profile, refrained from causing any disruptions, diligently pursued her work, and fully committed herself to worthwhile endeavors. Considering the circumstances, naturally, the media has granted her leniency by presuming innocence. Despite Meghan and Harry's desire to complain about the media's favoritism towards William and Catherine, they should acknowledge that it is a direct result of their own behavior. Meghan and Harry have built their public persona by frequently expressing grievances. Due to their profound dedication to assisting others and creating a meaningful impact on society, William and Catherine naturally receive more favorable treatment from the media. It's hard for us to sympathize with Meghan and Harry as their brand struggles in the US. Indeed, there is no doubt about it. The reason can be attributed to their personal shortcomings in putting in sufficient effort. After their departure from the royal family in 2020, Meghan and Harry had the remarkable chance to create a substantial positive impact on the world. However, due to their insatiable greed, their sole focus was to make a fast profit. Therefore, they chose to create a documentary series and write a book primarily with the intention of profiting significantly by criticizing Harry's family. Throughout the entirety of the Montecito bombings, the royal family remained silent and made no effort to address the situation. PR expert Andy Barr is now expressing doubt about that. He stated that the blame should not solely be placed on the royal family as they may have taken the principle of never complaining or explaining to an excessive extent. He continued by mentioning that although they gained global admiration for not reacting to every scandalous disclosure, they could have managed certain contentious aspects more effectively, like the claims of a physical confrontation involving Harry and William. While I understand the perspective of this expert, I must respectfully disagree. In my opinion, the royal family's response, had they provided one, would have been manipulated by Meghan and Harry to serve their own interests. They are not trustworthy. No matter where it is spoken, whether publicly or privately, everything is going to be manipulated to present a more favorable image. Now, can the royal family be absolved of any responsibility in this chaotic situation? I am uncertain about that. I believe there are areas that could have been improved, such as effective communication. Andy believes that Harry should have received explicit guidance regarding the business-related implications of his departure, including the permitted and restricted use of titles and brand after leaving the family. Andy observed that, to put it differently, he occasionally encountered obstacles hindering his ability to generate income through various spontaneous opportunities. Once again, it emphasizes the importance of effective communication from both parties right from the beginning. This is a valid and insightful point that he is bringing up. I comprehend the concept. Harry and Meghan need to find a way to financially support themselves. I find it hard to believe that Harry and Meghan were simply unsure of the situation and felt financially helpless. I'm uncertain if I fully believe that. Perhaps, had Harry and Meghan been provided with clear guidelines on what they could and couldn't utilize right from the start, they might have felt a greater sense of control and authority in the given circumstances. Perhaps, their desire for vengeance against the royal family could have been avoided. According to Andy Barr, there is no question that the split has negatively impacted the reputation of all parties involved. According to him, the royal family has proven repeatedly that this momentary setback has had little impact on their reputation. Although Harry is a devoted family man, he is constantly faced with the challenge of ensuring that the global media portrays him accurately. And that, my dear, is the conclusion. Despite their efforts, Harry and Meghan ultimately succeeded only in tarnishing their own reputations rather than that of the royal family. While there was certainly some impact on the royal family, it is important to consider the statistics and assess the overall situation. William is incredibly popular, surpassing even Joe Biden in the United States. He is widely regarded as the most well-liked public personality. On the other hand, Harry's situation isn't favorable. Clearly, it is not well received in society to earn a livelihood by maliciously criticizing one's own family. The United States or simply the UK. If Harry desires the media to present him as a caring man devoted to his family, he should start behaving in such a manner. Possibly, it would be beneficial for him to dedicate quality time to the unseen children, rather than neglecting their presence and indulging in vacations alone. He should extend his apologies and make sincere efforts to reconcile with both his brother and father. He needs to give up drug use and alcohol consumption. Potentially, people may view him as a genuinely kind and devoted family man. Our video is up to here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comments section. As usual, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might find it interesting. And before you leave, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button to stay updated with all the latest content from the Princess Diana News channel. Thanks for joining us, have a wonderful day, and I'll be returning soon in upcoming videos.